Welcome back to the channel, fellow guitarists and YouTube enthusiasts. A little while back I purchased this Jackson 7-string guitar, and before I got it I was already planning on modding it. I decided I wanted to try and take this 25.5-inch scale 7-string guitar and tune it all the way down to drop F. So the lowest string would be 1/2 step above the lowest string on a standard E-tuned bass guitar. Which is really low, especially for a 25.5-inch scale. But I have done something just like this before with my blue Jackson 7-string guitar, as you see right here. That is set up and tuned to drop F sharp. And I've already done a couple of songs and videos with that guitar. I will link them on the screen now, so you can go check them out if you haven't seen them already. But I think it actually turned out pretty good. And for this mod and this guitar, to tune all the way down to drop F, I knew that the original bridge was not going to be good enough. We need something with more room for intonation, and we also need some really big strings. But if you like guitar mod videos and metal related content, you've come to the right channel. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also leave a comment and a like. Every single one. This certainly helps out with the YouTube algorithm, so I appreciate it. But I was able to complete this mod and tune this guitar all the way down to drop F and make a song out of it, and you'll hear the song in just a minute. The new bridge I ended up installing on this Jackson is a Hipshot IBI high mass 7-string bridge. And I picked this bridge because it's got more room for the saddles to adjust and intonate. I am not sponsored by Hipshot, I just think they make fantastic bridges. So the strings I used to get down to drop F, I used 90 gauge string for the low string, and then 13 to 64 for the other 6. And without further ado, let's get into the song, shall we? Well, I think the song came out pretty good. Those are the riffs that I felt inspired to write after getting this guitar down into drop F. Feel free to let me know what you thought of the song in the comments, but I think I might actually turn it into a full-on song with vocals in my band, Altered Genesis. Totally look us up on the streaming platforms and follow us, and maybe you'll be hearing the song later on this year. All in all, though, I think this project turned out really good. This experiment tuning this low on a 25.5-inch scale 7-string guitar. After doing a similar thing to my blue Jackson 7-string guitar, tuning it down to drop F sharp, I was thinking that might actually be the lowest you can do on a 25.5-inch scale guitar and still have it work. But this actually turned out better than I thought it would. And I was intentionally mostly just using the lowest string on the song you just heard, but I did record some samples playing the guitar with chords so you could hear how it sounded and see for yourself how the intonation is working. Yeah, so there you have it. The intonation works to where chords sound actually pretty good. I do think there's a point though when you're tuning so low to where power chords don't really sound good anymore. And I think that can vary from person to person where exactly they think that starts. I used to think tuning to F sharp, that's as low as you can go to have power chords still work. Some people might think it's A flat, but it looks like it still works in drop F. Some people could say drop E is the lowest you would want to go. But as you can see, the low strings saddle is pretty much maxed out on this bridge for this tuning. And I did have to put a little nut around the screw on the back side of the bridge just to act as a little spacer because the screw was a little too long to get the saddle in the correct position otherwise. But I think I'm going to do another experiment where I take my first 27-inch scale baritone 6-string guitar and tune it to the same tuning, drop F, and compare it to how this one sounded. See if there is a noticeable difference at all. Maybe there won't be. Maybe there will be a huge difference. We'll have to find out. Something I did do off screen also was I replaced the nut and I had to file the nut slots big enough for the new strings to work. I forgot to mention that earlier in the video, but here we are. And applicable links are in the description below. But thanks again for watching my video, and remember, the YouTube algorithm is always watching.